Bailey, let's get to the Seahawks news first.
Chosen Robbie Anderson. And so, as we've mentioned before,
who the fuck is that?
His name is Chosen.
Robbie Anderson. He goes by Chosen or fucking, I don't know what he goes by. Robbie Anderson. And so this is interesting. Seattle is loaded when it comes to wide receivers. And, we've questioned the decisions of Mike McDonald, the new young head coach up in Seattle. But there's this out now. This week they're bringing him in, Robbie Anderson, for a voluntary workout for their mandatory minicamp. My question to you, coach, is why? Why would they do this when we are loaded up with receiver?
Motherfucker better hope lightning don't strike. That motherfucker get hit from every angle with that shit he wearing on his head.
He like dude from The Simpsons.
He look like,
you know what I'm talking about?
Nah,
with the blue hair. How's his name from The Simpsons?
I don't know, but he look like whatever.
The crazy motherfucker.
We used to call him just whatever.
But Bailey, though, are you guys actually loaded at receiver, or are you loaded on paper?
Well, you got DK Metcalf, you got Tyler Lockett, who's been there for 10 years.
Tyler Lockett, I love Tyler Lockett, a great human being, but he's kind of getting older.
Yeah, keeping it real. But you also have a young.
You got one of the best rookies.
You have a slot guy, Jackson Smith and Jigba. You also have Dwayne Eskridge, who they kept on the roster as well. He's an old high round pick as well. Who I'm assuming they kept him around for a reason.
Serviceable tight end. They got a couple serviceable tight ends.
Noah Fant and some other tight ends they brought in as well.
Fant's been around. Noah Fant's been real serviceable in Denver.
They lost Will Disley, the other tight end down. I think he's with the Rams now, but he was a good blocking tight end, but they lost him.
Yeah, right here.
Sideshow Bob. That's his name.
I don't know. I never watched The Simpsons.
You know what I'm talking about, baby.
I've never watched Simpsons. I've never watched that. What is it called? My Guy or whatever?
Family Guy?
Yeah, Family Guy.
You know what? You ain't never seen Family Guy, JB?
I've never seen any of those.
Peter
I've never seen.
No, you actually love that Family Guy. That's your type of vibe.
I never watched any of those shows.
You're fucking insane.
That shit. I actually was working and grinding in a fucking warehouse. So, contrary to your fucking belief that it was so easy, I was actually fucking working in a warehouse, not getting to watch fucking Simpsons like your soft ass fucking generation. But anyway, Bailey, let me drop this to you real quick. The Seahawks are going to be a bad organization. I hate to say that because I love Pete Carroll and the Seahawks when he was there. I don't see it. And you know who Geno Smith reminds me of? We were talking about on this show the other day. Sean King brought it up. Who was the quarterback you brought up and you were talking about? And we never compared them. Everyone was comparing them. And I said, and I never got back to it.
Damn, who did I bring? I really don't know.
But Geno Smith is who the quarterback we were discussing. Who was
what was the conversation about? Was it the current quarterback I was talking about?
Oh, Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders said he was a mixture between Tom Brady and Michael Vick.
Oh.
I said, Shedeur Sanders, you're not even Geno Smith.
It's a hell of a comparison there.
But that is him. He's elongated motion. He's long. He's not an actual runner. He's footwork savvy in the pocket. He can extend plays. But Shedeur's not an athletic freak. He's a guy like Mahomes is not either. Mahomes extends plays with his feet and does what he has to do. Shedeur is very similar. Like, no, there's no knock. I'm not talking shit.
It's not a knock. You compare him to an NFL player.
Geno Smith is who
That's a hell of a call. That's a good call. Yeah, I agree.
I think that's who he is.
I agree.
Geno's barely just started in the NFL after 10 years.
I think Shedeur is not AR5. AR5 is an elite athlete. Arguably one of the best athletes we've ever seen in the quarterback position. So I wouldn't do that. But
Robbie Anderson or whatever, hate me now or whatever his name is.
Chosen.
Yeah, he's fucking god awful. He's another shitbird. He's a pure shitbird. Everything I know about him because I had a buddy coach him, pure shitbird. So I'm not just throwing his name out there. Obviously, I have dudes that coach in the NFL that I know. He's a shitbird. It is what it is, and it's crazy because I know Pete Carroll wouldn't have brought him in.
I agree. That's kind of why.
Other guy, this new head coach who could be headed down that same path.
Yeah, that's exactly why I said it too. I don't think Pete would have done it either. Yeah. So.
Bailey, before you go, are you nervous now? You're now moving into the era without Pete Carroll. I know you're a Seahawks fan. How nervous are you, scale from 1 to 5?
Nervous. I mean, I'm not really nervous for it. I mean, to be completely real with you, I'm very honest about what I see. I struggle to see where Seattle wins more than 7 games. And you got to understand, I mean, Pete Carroll's been there for 10 years, bringing in a 34-year-old head coach to run all these veterans like DK. How are you going to control DK Metcalf with DK Metcalf's ego? Pete Carroll was the king of bringing in people that other coaches couldn't handle. They dealt with all the off-the-field issues. They bring in Pete. Pete brought in everybody. And so that's why, he's coming. Pete just left. They got rid of him. McDonald's coming into a Pete roster. I don't know. I'm fearful for sure.